Joe Rogan reacted to intense new training footage of Islam Makhachev ahead of his rumored matchup with Jack Della Maddalena, noting how sharp and physically dominant Makhachev looks. And fans are buzzing as the clip fuels hype about how dangerous and prepared he appears heading into a potential clash.
Islam's fucking huge. He's a threat everywhere. Like, he's big, dude.
Yeah.
When I interview him in the cage afterwards, I'm always like, how?
Really?
How are you 155?
Yeah.
How?
I know.
How?
I know.
He's thick as f. He's got a giant back.
Yeah.
And when he gets a hold of guys, it's like he's just got this leverage. He's big. That's about as big as you can get and keep doing that. He could do everything. Like, he knocked down Oliveira. He had Oliveira in real trouble. The Volkanovski head kick, though, and it was also the way he set it up. He kept kicking to the body. Oh, my God.
I think people just assume that all he's going to do is wrestle. But then when you see him go in there and outstrike somebody, he even boxed with Poirier.
He is the truth. I was always impressed with him. Islam is scary standing up. Like, in the beginning of his career, he was really good at wrestling, not as good at standing up, but now he's just as good at standing up. His striking has leveled up significantly. Like, his striking is much, much better than it was when he was younger. He's a threat everywhere. Like, when he knocked out Volk with that high kick. Yeah. If I was in Volk's corner, I would say, no.
I know.
You're not taking it. You've been fucking drinking beer and eating kebabs. Like, there's no way you're taking this fight on 10 days notice. Because you look at the slide that his career took, right? He arguably won that first fight with Islam. Very close fight, loses a decision, super close fight with the pound for pound best fighter in the world, 10 pounds up. Everybody's like, Volk might be the best pound for pound fighter in the world. And then he takes that fight on 10 days notice, gets head kicked.
Joe Rogan highlighted how sharp Islam Makhachev looks in the footage, pointing to the way he chains wrestling into suffocating top control while drilling alongside Khabib Nurmagomedov, noting that Islam's timing stands out, feinting level changes, lifting the guard with a straight left, then exploding to the hips before opponents can reset, a sequence that makes his pressure and transitions feel almost unavoidable.
Everybody talks about how heavy he is, but in reality, I was heavier than him. If you look the numbers, I was 181 and he was 178. I didn't feel he that strong at all, at least on the pressure, you know. But like you say, I cannot say that because I feel like he let me get up. I rushed trying to get on my feet, and unfortunately, he got a very tight position. I was very impressed. No excuse, Islam is a great fighter, but I just feel frustrated about myself making such a amateur mistake, you know.
Ilia Topuria talking about coming to 155, and you're like, I'm tired of these little people coming up to fight me.
That makes sense. Give the chance third time from the same guy. Okay, I beat the Volkanovski twice. People still say you beat small guy. Yeah, he's not your weight division. If I beat Topuria, it's gonna be the same. Everybody gonna talk same. If I go up, takes a second belt. This is a legacy.
But one of your friends, you guys are teammates, you and Bilal.
Honestly, Bilal killed my plan. Yeah, we become like close friends. We have same manager. Nobody would know what's gonna be in the future. I just have same dream. Yeah, I want to be double champ. I want to be like you. Champ. How many? 11 times defend your belt.
You're on your way, man. You're on your way.
And then he comes into the fight with Topuria, 4 months later or something like that? Compromised, clearly. You got head kicked, shin to the dome, stopped, unconscious, and then you've got to fight the scariest boxer in the division, and you get knocked out. And so then this big slide.
Yeah, I think that was his biggest mistake, right?
Huge mistake.
You just want to do
two mistakes. One, you don't fight Islam on 10 days notice. You just can't. That just doesn't make any sense. That's crazy. He's so hard to beat. He's so good. He's as good as it gets. He's as good as it gets. He's the most complete fighter on the roster. When you KO Volkanovski like that, and then you choke out Dustin Poirier like that guy, that's the full thing, right? He can head kick you. He could strike with you and knock you. Knocked out Gleison Tibau with one shot standing. Yeah. He can knock you out, legitimately. And he can still strangle you. And he can still smother you. It's the perfect combination. That is such a crazy strategy. It's like you're out-manning every guy you fight. Just out-grappling him, out-striking him. Most people try to be a specialist.
Exactly.
Right?
A lot of those really good grappler guys, they're strong, definitely, but they're really strong at closing up all of the space. I feel like there's two types of being strong in grappling. There's being strong in I don't let you move me. And then there's strong in, I get to move you really good. And the good guy.
Analysts say Islam Makhachev doesn't just secure takedowns. He drains confidence with suffocating rides, crushing shoulder pressure, and seamless transitions. While on the feet, he's grown patient and dangerous from southpaw, mixing calf and body kicks with a sharp left to herd opponents toward the fence where his clinch and wrestling take over. That's why a matchup with Jack Della Maddalena is so compelling, as Jack's elite boxing, vicious body work, and calm pocket presence thrive on space and rhythm, whereas Islam compresses the cage, cuts off exits, and turns striking into grappling before opponents can settle.
We got the news the day of the weigh-ins. Arman Sarukian, I pulled out of the fight because of back issues. They replaced him. Money Moicano stepped in. The name gives it away, Money Moicano. The guy will have got a massive pay bump for taking the fight on short notice like that. Massive risk for him, massive reward, but also even bigger risk for Makhachev because no one thought he was going to lose that fight at all. Nobody thought he was going to lose it. There was a lot on the line there for Makhachev. And he did what true champions do, fight anybody. Got the fight to the floor, finished him with the dash choke. It's what a lot of people expected, including me, but he could have lost the fight just because it's an MMA fight, do you know what I mean? Now we're seeing Dana White coming out and saying, the pound for pound #1 in the world, Islam Makhachev.
Yeah, I'll give it to him.
But as we all know, to me, pound for pound is a load of made up stuff. So I don't look into that, but it's just funny how he's kind of jumped ship now from John Jones to Islam.
Best lightweight in the world by far with his performances. I have no problem saying that. His hands are getting better. He just outstruck Poirier. He can out-grapple anybody. He truly is doing it for more than just the punches, kicks, knees, and elbows and being the UFC champ and the glitz and glam. He's got something deeper that he's fighting for. He's fighting for an entire village, an entire portion of the country, an entire religion, and an entire legacy up for himself and also Habib and Habib.
Stylistically, it's razor-sharp tension. Jack Della Maddalena's clean counters and bodywork versus Islam Makhachev's lead control and suffocating efficiency. Most analysts see the early rounds as Jack's window. If he can target the body, time uppercuts on level changes, and keep the fight centered, he's live. But as the minutes pass, the edge likely shifts to Islam, who's accumulating takedowns, riding pressure, and ground strikes tend to snowball into dominant positions and submission threats that are hard to stop once momentum builds.
You think of the main event?
Yeah, the main.
Incredible. I mean, you got two of the absolute best in the world in their prime facing off, and I went up into the octagon after Habib said, I told you he's the best in the world. To beat Oliveira is one thing, to beat him the way he beat him is another, and as fast as he did it, he looked incredible tonight. You know, the big question going in tonight was how was he going to deal with the pressure? He dealt with it just fine.
Who do you think should be next for Ilya? Who should be next for Ilya? 55 has always been so cloudy at the top. Maybe Gaethje. I think him going to 170 to fight Islam, if Islam wins, is a stretch. You know, Islam's big, man. I've never seen Ilya in person, but he seems smaller. I know obviously he can knock anyone out. I do think if they fight, Ilya can knock anybody out from 45 to 170. He has the skills, the power, the technique, and but we've just never seen him in there with somebody that big and somebody with that caliber of wrestling. But I think he should defend the 55 title a few times before that's talked about. We'll see.
Bilal, I mean, he was the 170 champ. Islam's the 155 champ. They're very, very close in their abilities. This isn't like Islam's going to walk up to 170 and just walk through Jack Della Maddalena.
How do you think Islam does at welterweight? Who knows? I heard he's not going to be any smaller than Jack come fight night. But 55 to 70, that's a little bit different than 35 to 45. But when your skill level is that high, as Islam's is, it'll be interesting if he goes in there and tries to shoot on Jack. Jack stuffs him and gets in his face. But Islam's striking is so underrated.
Many fans see a mid-fight finish for Islam Makhachev, either a suffocating TKO along the fence or an arm triangle after the pressure was Jack Della Maddalena down, though the contrarian view is that Jack's sharp boxing could flip the script if he lands clean early. Still, with Islam's conditioning peaking, scrambles tightening, and details sharpened alongside Khabib Nurmagomedov, this camp makes him look more complete and dangerous than ever.
Against Islam.
You think so?
Yeah.
Well, if Jack Della Maddalena wins, then Jack is the new welterweight champion. And, you know, maybe he fights Islam. That makes a lot of sense. The problem with Islam fighting Bilal is that they train together. And I think, you know, they'd kind of...
How many guys we see fighting between each other that they used to train before.
Oh, I agree. I mean, I think they should fight.
Yeah, they should fight.
I definitely think they should fight. I think Khabib doesn't like that idea.
Yeah.
They have 500 fighters on the in the roster at least.
I think Islam's the match. I think that's what they want to do. He had a good run at lightweight, and I think he's keen to try and capture a second belt. So I think that's the fight that they're keen to make. And I think it's a good story. You know, Makhachev fought Bulk here, and I like the matchups. You know, styles make fights, and I like the different challenges that every different fighter presents. So I'm just excited to get in there. Islam Makhachev is a better version of Bilal. The striking on the feet, I think it's easier than Bilal because he'll stay in one stance. He's more traditional style. But yeah, he's the pound for pound number one. So it's a tough fight. But I guess we'll watch all his fights again, make a solid game plan, and then just start working at it. From pretty much now, I'm going to start working on ways to beat him, different ways to get back to my feet, stuff in the takedown. But I'm pretty confident I can get this one done.
Yeah, it's gonna be a hard fight. Honestly, it's gonna be. I saw his fight against Bilal. He's good, man. He's good. When he beginning fighting in UFC, he had problem with the wrestling, but now he's improved because I see he training a lot with the wrestlers, with the grapplers, and that's why he's a champion right now, and he's good everywhere. But we will see who is the best fighter in the world. It's the best time, you know. I was waiting for Tsarukyan because he have also very good win streak, and like people waiting for this fight. He was pulled out in the last fight, and I don't see some interesting fight in my division. That's why I will make decision to move up, because now they have new champion and a very good fighter, Jack Della Maddalena, and fight make me training every day, make me wake up early morning.
Obviously, we have JDM. We have JDM versus Islam Makhachev. We all know that they're more likely they're going to fight. Their fight's going to take place October 20th. I don't know where to look.
Across the MMA community, many echo Joe Rogan's view that Islam Makhachev looks terrifyingly sharp right now, appearing poised to dominate Jack Della Maddalena, defend his belt, and reinforce his reputation as one of the most complete fighters in the UFC with his blend of elite grappling, pressure, and evolving striking.